I'm one of 4 boys, and growing up, Mom, love you so much. Thank you for everything you did for us growing up. But this dish here, Italian marinated flank steak, she used to make it with London broil. Either way, it doesn't matter. So many beautiful and delicious flavors for a simple dinner that's gonna feed a lot. Pair it with a very simple, quick, charred pepper and onion salad with some basil, and you're off to the races. Let's go. Grill setup, super simple. Hot heat again. Get all the way to that char zone. Fire it up. Simple is key here. Mom didn't have a lot of time raising 4 boys. Sports, extracurricular activities, all the stuff that was happening. She used to take her flank steak or London broil with some zesty Italian dressing. This can be store-bought. If you want to get a little bougie and make it yourself, by all means you can. But this stuff is really delicious and it gets the job done really quick. And then we're just giving it like a little bit of massage. This is gonna go in your refrigerator for an hour to overnight. We wanna get all those flavors of that Italian dressing marinate really nicely into this meat. So into the refrigerator this goes. And the next step is gonna be making our pepper and onion salad, which again, this is something that can even be made ahead of time and served room temp. It's that good. Is it a salad? Or is it really just kind of a tricky way that Mom got us to eat some veggies? I'm on to you, Mom. Do any of you guys out there have a definition of what makes a salad? Or, I'd also love to hear any sort of clever ways that your parents or your mom tricked you into eating veggies. Leave that in the comments for me. It's always fun to get to know you a little bit more. Onions are one of those magical things that as they cook, they develop this amazing sweetness and flavor. The raw onion, think of a raw onion. It's like spicy, it's crunchy, some people love raw onions. I'm not a huge fan. They leave that really long, lingering onion flavor on your palate. Cooked onions, they become sweet, they become delicate, they become soft, and they don't leave that long-lasting raw onion flavor effect to it. So, if you don't want to have bad breath on a good date, cook your onions. And these onions are about a ½ inch thick. Just reiterating, I want them thick because I want them to hold their integrity so I can get a really nice good char on one side. Every time you move it, it leaches out moisture. If that moisture leaches out, we now have to get the heat hot again to evaporate it. And we're kind of starting all over. So when you put these onions on the grill, be patient, just let them sit, let them char. You'll start to know when they're ready to flip when you see the outsides taking on that really nice charry color. We're looking for the peppers and onions to develop that beautiful char, that blackening color on the outside, and the peppers are gonna start to blister a little bit. That's a good sign. When we start seeing that, it's about 2 to 3 minutes per side. We're gonna turn it. And the onions, again, we don't wanna move them. We wanna let them sit there and get a nice grill mark or a nice char as we start to develop that flavor on the outside and the onions soften and become nice and sweet. Once they're done cooking, we're gonna take them, bring them right to the bowl, cover them with plastic wrap and let them rest. This final stage is gonna help soften those peppers, but again, we're not peeling them. I want all that char and all that skin flavor there, but it's gonna help them soften so we can pull the onion peels apart, the onion rings apart, and we can cut off the outsides of those peppers to form our beautiful salad. Peppers and onions are resting, our steak's marinated. This is a fun little trick, guys, that I like to do. Because I don't wanna drag the excess oil from the marinade onto the grill and create massive flare-ups. This one little step is super simple and easy. Take it up from the bag and just put it right onto a plate. That way you're not gonna drag over all that excess oil, causing crazy big flare-ups. Our grill's nice and hot. I'm just gonna put this top side down. Oh yeah, big sizzle, big sear. That's what we wanna hear. And this is gonna be another one of those things. 2 minutes cross, 2 minutes flip, 2 minutes cross, total cook time 8 minutes. Guys, I love zone cooking. For me, it's the best way to cook a steak to make sure, or really any protein for that matter, to make sure we're getting all that char, but you also don't have to worry about overcooking or burning the exterior. Let it finish on the slow side of the heat. But for now, we're gonna start the clock and let it cook. 8 minutes into cooking, the steak's at 118 degrees. Now guys, if you like your steak rare, this is the time you're gonna pull it off the grill and let it rest. But if you wanna get it to that medium rare zone, we're gonna move it over to the low side of the heat, close the lid, let it cook for about another 2 minutes or so, till we get to around 125, 128 degrees, and then we'll pull it off and let it rest. After our peppers and onions have rested, covered in the plastic wrap, we're gonna take them out, put them on the board, cut the peppers, discard the seeds. Then I like to cut them in nice little strips. These strips can be as big or as small as you want them to be. Then we're gonna put them back in the bowl with the onions that we're just gonna pull apart and make like beautiful little onion rings. When that's done, we're gonna toss it in some of that reserved Italian salad dressing, finish it with some of the fresh basil leaves that we're just gonna coarsely pick with our hands, toss it, and the peppers and onions are ready to go. But now it's time to slice our steak. Something that's really interesting and important to note, on any steak that you're cutting, you always wanna cut against the grain. And I love using flank steak because it's such definitive lines that you can see. These lines going up and down just like this, right? Nate, you get that on camera really good? The best way that I can explain to you for cutting against the grain, if the lines are going up and down like this, we want to take our knife and cut across them like this. It's really important to cut across the grain, and I'm going to show you why. When you cut across the grain, the steak is going to look marbled. If you cut with the grain, you're going to see straight lines going up and down. But when you cut against the grain, it ends up being a tenderer bite. It's easier to chew, and visually, it's just much more pretty to look at. I like the board sauce, guys. All those juices that came out, the leftovers from the peppers and onions, let's get all of it because it's all delicious, tasty flavor. You can even take it and spread it out. This is another little pro move here if you want. You can take some fresh extra virgin olive oil, give that a nice drizzle right onto the board like that. Hit it with a little bit of nice coarse salt. This can be kosher salt, Malden salt, whatever kind of salt you have. I'm feeling kind of hungry, so I'm going to take maybe 3 strips of this gorgeous flank steak. And some of these peppers and onions. Oh, baby, just like this. Look at that. Maybe get a piece of basil here. Get one more white onion there. A few more pieces of peppers. Mom, you did it again. I'm absolutely loving this. The nostalgia, it's bringing me right back to my youth, my childhood. Thank you for this incredible core memory of mine. Guys, this is the dish right here. Italian marinated grilled flank steak, some roasted peppers and onions, simple Italian dressing, basil. Dinner's ready and it's delicious. If you haven't, like, subscribe, do all the things. I know you know what they are. And let us know what you want to learn to cook next. I'm Matt Abdoo, and I'm your Grill Guide.